All right, here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. This is week 7, State of Play NFL.
We back.
Gutta West and Papa West. We're a little behind. We didn't get with you with Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. We're just going to recap it and go forward. Gutta West, tell us all about it.
Okay, so a very exciting game. A lot of points being scored.
Yes.
I mean, not pretty much. It was a shootout.
Turn that to me.
Something that I didn't see this one coming, everybody. I really thought Pittsburgh was going to win this game and win the game decisively.
Me too.
But we got to give credit where it's due. Jamar Chase, great performance.
That's why they play the game.
T. Higgins, great performance.
That's why they play the game.
But most importantly, Joe Flacco with a great performance.
Absolutely.
Now, we've seen this before. We saw it a couple years ago with Cleveland when they went to the playoffs. If Joe Flacco got competent pieces and a decent offensive line, even at almost 40 years old or 40 years old, he still got enough talent to be a competent quarterback in the league. So, very respectful, right? But what I will say is, for the Bengals fans, you guys should be very excited because y'all 3-4, okay? And I think with Joe Flacco, I think that you guys are going to win enough games. I'm not going to say you're going to win enough games to go to the playoffs.
But you're going to be competitive.
With Joe Flacco come back. But I'm saying...
You'll be competitive.
With this team, yes, how they're currently constructed, and with Joe Flacco, I think you guys have a chance.
Yes.
Right?
I agree.
And as far as Pittsburgh is concerned, great offensive game. Aaron Rodgers look like Aaron Rodgers. They looking better to me every week on offense, right? But the defense has been really shaky. And that's kind of been the problem the entire year.
Yes.
The problem has been, what defense are we going to get from week to week? Right?
Yes, man.
So,
defense.
So, I don't know, man. I think Pittsburgh got to go to the drawing board, got to bounce back. I think for Cincinnati, this was a very big win for them on a short week against a divisional opponent.
Yes.
It means a lot. And now the team get extra, rest for the next game. So, hey, all respect due to the Bengals, man.
Here we go.
All respect due to the Bengals, man.
I'm only going to address one thing. I think men have talked about it off camera. Flacco is a veteran, and he can give you good games throughout the season. He'll give you a bad game, then he'll give you 2 or 3 good games.
Yeah.
I guess it's one of the good games.
Yeah.
That defense with the Pittsburgh Steelers, we're still concerned. There's some urgency with that. And Mike Tomlin is a great coach, and I'm assuming he's going to fix that. There's still some injuries, too. I think some people came back, they're still not there.
Yeah.
So that defense is a little liability, but I think they'll be okay. So it was a great game, shootout. Kudos to the Cincinnati fans, Pittsburgh fans. Calm down. Shout out to Erica. Erica's my niece.
Yeah.
Calm down. They're going to be okay. So what's the next game?
Well, first on our docket, ladies and gentlemen, our early morning kickoff from London. We got the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Now, me personally, I don't know how Pops feel, but I'll tell you straight up, I've been liking what I've been seeing from Jacksonville, man. I thought it was a fluke at first. I thought maybe the teams they were playing, it's the beginning of the season. Everybody a little rusty,
too to think
right?
That.
Everybody a little rusty, and I thought maybe that's what it was. Mm-hmm. But the more I've watched them play, that Kansas City game, those games in the division that they won already.
Yes.
Playing really good defense.
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence playing really good ball right now. I mean, he done made a few mistakes.
I'll give it to him.
A couple, like my dad says, boneheaded plays. But the man looked good. He looked decent this year, right?
Much better.
So my gut instinct was going with the Jaguars. Because when I first looked at the game, I thought it was in Jacksonville. And I was just thinking like, okay, they coming off a hard loss against Seattle, a really weird game. I feel like they're going to play good defense. It'd be a close game with the Rams, and they'll pull it out. Mm-hmm. But now that I have more information, and we know that it's a game in London with there's no home field advantage, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that slight change makes the game a little different.
Oh, no question.
And I feel like the Rams are going to end up pulling it out at the end. I think it will be a close game, but I like the Rams in this one. I like them 24-20 in this one.
Interesting. Very interesting. As of the time of this broadcast, I heard that I think one of the premier cornerbacks or free safeties is going to be hurt for Jacksonville. So if he's that guy that makes that defense work, I think even though Scott McVay is going to be without Puka Nacua, wasn't it? Puka Nacua. They say he's probably going to be there. He's not going to be there. So that's going to be a little problem for the Rams. But the Rams seem to be able to replace players and replace them and pick them in, put them in there, and still play well. So I think even with that being said, I think it'll be a close competitive games because it seems like they kind of equally match, except for the Rams got a better coaching staff, they got a better quarterback, I would say, and I think they got a better defense, I would say. But the Jacksonville defense is not far behind. They are playing pretty good. We'll both agree on that. So I'm going to say the Rams pull it out in a close one, pretty much. I said 3-point win. I'm going to say 24-21 Rams.
Yeah.
Competitive game.
Yeah, I think we see eye to eye on that one.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Next on the docket, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. We got them at the Minnesota Vikings. What do you think?
Did you hear anything about J.J. McCarthy starting or not?
No, I didn't hear anything about J.J. McCarthy starting. I don't think he started.
Okay. Well, let's assume he starts. If he starts, I think because he's supposed to know the offense better, the offense is supposed to be built around him, and they're going to rely on the running game, it's probably going to be a low-scoring affair with Minnesota playing defense in field position. I think that Minnesota probably can win the game. But if Carson Wentz starts, I'm going to take my chance with the Philadelphia defense and pass rush. That's just how I feel about it. So, because we're not certain, let's just go with Carson Wentz starting.
Oh, no, I just found out for you. He's not starting.
Okay, so we're going.
It's Carson Wentz.
So we're going with Carson Wentz. That's an issue for me. Philadelphia pissed off they don't drop 2 in a row, and I'm quite sure they want to get back to winning. And they are a really solid, effective team, even though they lost 2 games. If they don't turn the ball over, I like Philly to win at least by probably, I'm gonna say 6 or 7 points. So I'm gonna take Philly to win this one. Let's say 27 to. I'll say 27-20. Philly.
I mean, I kind of see things the same way you do on this one. I think it's going to be I think it'll be a competitive game. That Brian Flores defense is amazing. So, they're going to play top notch.
I agree.
Because that's what they are. But eventually, again, like I said, with most good defenses, I don't give a damn how good your defense is. You keep putting them guys on down that field, they're going to get tired, and it's going to become a problem.
True.
And with Saquon Barkley on the other side and Jalen Hurts,
I agree.
That's just not good.
I agree.
Because the Eagles are one of those teams where they have the talent, they have the offensive pieces, but they ain't got to throw the ball to win the game.
True.
They done got to throw the ball for 300 yards and all that to win the game.
Facts.
So, with all that being said, I know it's in Minnesota. This is why I think it's going to be a competitive game like Pops. And you know what? I'll pretty much go with you. I'll go with the same score. I'll go Eagles. In this one, I like a 27-20.
Sounds about right to me.
27-20. So next on the docket, ladies and gentlemen, we got the New England Patriots at the Tennessee Titans. Now, me and Pops have spoke on this a few times this week.
We have.
I'm sorry, this season.
This week and
this season, the whole year so far.
Yeah.
Tennessee, what's going on right now? They just fired the head coach. Okay, they drafted Cam Ward number 1 overall, and we believe in Cam Ward.
We do.
He has what it takes to be a good quarterback in this league, but the man ain't got no help whatsoever.
He got a little bit of help.
He got no help. I mean, because the help that he has, it ain't enough.
It ain't enough.
It's not enough.
It ain't enough.
So we gotta. I think we have to look at it like this. What can Cam Ward be if he don't got enough receivers, an actual running game? Defense is not playing good. Now your coaching is a question mark.
Of holes.
It's a lot of holes, man. And like I always say, y'all, it's not enough dogs in the fight.
I agree.
So with that being said, the Patriots are playing really good ball right now. They're playing really good defense right now. I believe in that coach, man. I've always liked Vrabel as a coach. I think the Titans should never let him go. Which is ironic. He played the Titans.
You know what? I agree. Yeah. Is this his homecoming? This is his first game back?
Yeah,
because
he hasn't coached since he got fired from the Titans.
Also, like homecoming.
He's back. He looking like the old Mike Vrabel going against his old team. It was old team. He coached for years, and was successful with that team as well. That must be added. But like I said, we ain't gotta talk too much about it. The Patriots are gonna win this one, y'all, and I got the Patriots in this one. I like them to win this game. I like them 28-17.
That's a good margin of winning, and I think it very well can come down to that. I think that a lot of times when you fire the coach, sometimes they get a boost, a little tip, a little inspiration. But like he said, there's so many holes in the team. Even that little boost may not even mean anything. They might start off competitive because they're at home and the fans are going to try to push them up a little bit. And Cam Ward is very talented. He has some talent. Let's be honest. So clearly, Patriots is a better team, better coaching, better talent. We love Drake May, and we like what he's doing. We like the running game and everything. So I'm going to take. You know what? I'm going to the same score. I'm going to take the Patriots 28-17.
Yeah,
I agree with that. 11-point win.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So next on the docket, we got the Carolina Panthers at the New York Jets.
The Jets, baby.
What you think about this?
The Jets, baby.
What you think about this?
Okay, Jets fans, I want to send you my condolences. I'm sorry you haven't won the game yet, and I want to let you know that I understand because I've been through some lean years too, and it's very, very painful. I get it, and you're just trying to find your way through. Your coaching staff is questionable. Your running back questionable. Your quarterback questionable. The defense is not the Jets defense that you know and love. It's like all falling apart. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Now, I will say this. You did hold the Denver Broncos at 13-11 last week, which was very surprising. So we do have to accept that. Now, that's a bright spot to look at. 13-11, that's what it was. Although, the Panthers are playing very well. They come off a come-from-behind win against Dallas Cowboys that's been on fire. And they were behind against Dallas and came back and won the game.
Yeah.
So they beat a team that's on fire. And they're playing inspiring football for the Carolinas, South Carolina, North Carolina, Carolinas. And Bryce Young is playing very well. They're running the ball well. This head coach, he's surprising because I told him earlier, I didn't really trust him, but he's playing. I mean, he's coaching very well. So with that being said, if the Panthers don't turn the ball, even though they on the road, it can be a tricky game on the road, and the Jets can play defense, I guess, when they put their mind to it. But they in New York, I'm going to take the Panthers because of the better talent on the field, and I say the better coaching staff. I'm going to take the Panthers to win a low-scoring affair. I think Jets defense will keep them in it. By a field goal. I think it'll probably come down to a field goal. The Panthers might have a big lead, and it's come down to win it by a field goal. So I'm going to take the Panthers to win 20-17.
I mean, again, we agree. I kind of see the same thing happening. I like what Carolina's doing right now, that running game. Mm-hmm. That young receiver they got from Arizona.
Oh, he's special.
And I've always believed in Bryce Young, man. And I'm glad he's starting to show me what I thought he would be in the NFL, I always felt like he didn't have enough pieces, and they're finally starting to get him some pieces. And like I said, you got to respect, what they're doing. They're working hard. They're playing hard. They're playing some decent defense. And, they're not shocking anybody. But they're playing some decent defense, and they're playing some good offense. And the coaching is getting a lot better. And you can pretty much say the opposite for everything I just said for the Jets.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't trust the coaching. You can't trust the quarterback.
That's true.
The defense looks sloppy.
Yes.
The offense don't look how it looked even with Aaron Rodgers last year. When y'all had a panic attack last year with Aaron Rodgers, look at this shit now.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
All these things.
But either way, I agree with him. I think the Panthers are gonna pull this one out. I also agree with Pops. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think the Jets gonna play enough defense to keep themselves in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, they're gonna lose the game though, and I'll go with a score of 23-17.
Okay, I can see that too. 6.1.
I go 23-17.
I can see that. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Next on the docket, we got the Miami Dolphins at the Cleveland Browns. Now I'm gonna say this right now. This is another one of those tricky games, man. You got a really good defense in Cleveland. You got a decent offense in Miami. Miami got a lot of injuries.
Yes.
They're piling up on them. Every week somebody else important is getting injured and missing a substantial amount of time.
Unfortunately,
okay?
that's true. Yeah.
And then in Cleveland, they don't know what the hell they doing. All they got is defense, and that's about it. No running game to speak of.
That's true.
Okay? Yeah, y'all got some decent receivers. You got Njoku. He's a really good tight end. But you traded Joe Flacco, and all you got is Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. And y'all still ain't gave Shedeur a chance.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that's not cool.
You know what I'm saying? They still ain't gave Shedeur a chance.
Cool.
Dylan Gabriel's a rookie as well. I know what he did against Minnesota. I know that they,
He looked decent against Minnesota.
Yeah, I know.
But last week against Pittsburgh, they put hands on him.
Well, exactly. So I know he looked good against Minnesota.
They put hands on him.
Real bad against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they put hands on him.
You at home, and you play against a Dolphin team that they don't have much, but they have enough to win.
They do.
Right?
I agree.
So the way I look at it in this game is, I think the Dolphins ultimately will have just enough to win the game. It's gonna be close, but I'm gonna go with the Dolphins in this one. I'm gonna go with a score of 24-20.
Kind of high scoring affair because of that Browns defense, but I can see what you're getting at. I want to take the Browns. Believe me, I want to take the Browns. And I want to take the Browns for many reasons, but one reason for the Browns Nation, the Browns fan club, and I do like that defense, I really do, and I want to see Sanders out there on that field as soon as possible, as soon as we get him out there. But with that being said, right now, you got to go with the more experienced quarterback. Tua's a more experienced quarterback, even though he don't have his number one receiver. He still have enough pieces to move the ball down the field. And the Miami defense is not paid completely awful, but they are shaky. Like he said, the defense is shaky, a lot of injuries. But I think they got enough in a sloppy, low-scoring game. I don't think 24-20. I think Miami will pull this thing out. I'm going to say 20-17. 27, Miami 20, and the Browns 17. I think it'll be that 30, total 37, and they won 2017. Miami.
Okay, I mean, yeah. I mean, either way, it's still a close game. We don't see no blowouts or nothing like that.
Defense is gonna keep them in it.
Defense definitely gonna keep them in it.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So next on the docket, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Chicago Bears. What you think?
This is a tricky game, and I want everybody to know this is a very, very tricky game. Don't be fooled by the hype. Now, Gutta West really liked the Bears. He liked to see the Bears doing well.
I do.
Fan. Even though he's a Cowboy fan, but he really liked the Bears. And I'm saying, you watched that game last week. Washington gave the game away. Let's be honest now. Well, all they had to do is go down and kick the field goal.
I agree with that.
It would have been over with. They turned the ball over, and then their defense were disgruntled and they were depressed, and they did not hold up and let them move the ball down the field so they can kick a field goal to beat them. But if Washington defense would have got themselves together after turnover and controlled their emotions, they could have went 3 and out and got the ball back and still won the game. But what they did was they got discouraged, they were angry, and they did not stay focused. They lost focus. And then guess what? Chicago did what they supposed to do. When you deal with a team or defense that's not focused, they ran the ball, picked up yards, and got in the field goal position, and then kicked the field goal and won the game. With that being said, the Chicago Bears have won 2 in a row. New Orleans are still finding themselves. They've been playing competitive football in 2 quarters, and then the third quarter they lay down. Then another quarter they come back to life. So they're finding themselves. So they're not a complete team right now. But they have some talent. They have some pieces in New Orleans. And the last time I checked the trend report, I think New Orleans is won or covered in Chicago like 4 out of 5 times. So the trend said New Orleans could be in this game, even with their situation. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm expecting the Bears to win because of what I see on paper, stats and everything, and what we've seen recently, their recent form. But I wouldn't be surprised if New Orleans go up there and upset them and make the fans in Chicago very unhappy with Caleb Williams. With that being said, I'm going to go with upset special. I'm going to take New Orleans to upset the Bears. And this is a really strong statement because I think Caleb Williams is still struck. He's still learning. He's still understanding, trying to learn the new coach staff offensive game plan. They're trying to put it around him, but he still make bonehead plays. And I think New Orleans, see, this is a type of team that the Bears are feeling well. They're feeling good about themselves. New Orleans are playing tough. They lost to the Giants. I'm sorry, what, the Giants and Patriots? No, the Patriots last week.
Yeah.
The Giants lost to, I'm saying New Orleans lost to the Patriots last week. And so the New Orleans did play the Patriots pretty tough, but the Patriots were a better team. I think New Orleans can cause some turnovers by the Bears, and New Orleans take advantage of those turnovers and squeak out an upset win, which would be very disappointing for the Bear fans. I'm going to take New Orleans to win this game. I'm going to say 24-21 New Orleans.
Well, we definitely disagree on this one. I don't even understand how you can even say that. I don't see the Saints getting no turnovers, and I don't see them scoring no points like that on the Bears in their house. Now, if we were to get a raining game like we got against Washington last week, maybe, weather can change a lot of things. This is a morning game at Chicago. I just feel like the Saints don't have enough dogs. And there's nothing you're going to tell me, give me some faith in Spencer Rattler. So I don't see it happening. I actually see turnovers on the other side of the ball for the Bears, which to me is going to give them enough ammo to win pretty decisively. So I'm going with the Bears.
I could be wrong.
And I don't think it's going to be close neither. So I'm going to go with the Bears in this one, and I'm going to go with a score of 28-13.
I want you to keep in mind one thing, 28-13 Bears. Ordinarily, I would go with you and pick the Bears. I want you to keep in mind this one thing. Caleb Williams is still inconsistent, and you're dealing with a young team that's not used to winning, and the coaching staff is trying to teach them to win.
Yeah, but
and
you
so
can say that exact same thing about the Saints. Young team not used to winning with a horrible quarterback.
But wait a minute now.
And that quarterback ain't close to Caleb Williams.
When you say a young team, there are a lot of veterans on the Orleans.
It's not that many veterans on there.
You don't think so?
A lot of them guys are gone. So this team you saying now,
maybe I'm wrong.
This is a new Orleans team.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong about that.
I know the coach very well. He came from my squad.
Hey, there you go.
And I ain't got nothing against Kellen Moore. I think he's a great offensive mind.
I think
this team as a whole is just not there.
It's not a whole.
It's not there.
But
I think Spencer Rattler ultimately, Spencer Rattler is the Achilles heel. He's gonna make enough mistakes.
Okay.
He's gonna make enough mistakes. Trust
So
me.
you still trust the Bears defense?
It's not even my trust.
Remember,
the Bears. No, that's me. You agree? I don't trust the Bears defense.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is,
right.
I don't trust Spencer Rattler to a certain point where I think that even if the Bears don't play a great game, he gonna give them more of a game. He gonna throw that interception. He gonna have that
I can't disagree with that.
those bad downs and get stopped on third down, and ultimately they gonna score because of that.
I can't disagree with that. But I'm just thinking that that because of the defense can't stop the run, I think they're going to try to run the ball with Kamara and with the other running back. And if they're able to establish a run and make Spencer Rattler's job easier to get the ball out quickly with a good running game, they might be able to control that game in the favor of them and not turn it over, and then force the Bears into turnovers because they lose their composure. See, that's what I'm thinking. But I could be wrong. That's just my scenario. But let me say this to you. I think it'll be a competitive game. You'll be more competitive than what you think.
Well, I can see that. I mean, it's the NFL, so anything can happen. And I definitely can see it being more competitive. I have a feeling that they're going to win this game decisively, man.
Okay.
So
28-13.
I said 28-13.
And then I said New Orleans upset special 24-21.
So I'll go 28-13 Bears.
Okay.
In that one particular.
Cool.
The last game of our morning docket, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. Me and Dad, we both love Gentry, the running back.
We do.
You know, we both never believed in Geno Smith.
Unfortunately, that's
we
true.
We both really like Pete Carroll.
That's true, too.
You know.
All those things are true.
You know, Brock Bowers, great tight end.
That's true.
We love Max Crosby on defense.
That's true, too.
But it's like one of those things, man.
Oh,
it's like
true,
you're a team that you got a few pieces,
yes,
but you don't got the pieces in the right areas.
You can't put it all together.
So, again, this is another team like the Saints, where I think Shador should be your starting quarterback right now. But y'all got going on what y'all got going on.
Yeah,
neither here or there. We'll say that for another conversation. But the Raiders don't got enough dogs in the fight. Even you Raider fans, y'all not gonna be surprised.
Raider fans, we got love for you,
now,
man, but you know you got problems.
Now,
I'm sorry, man. Shout out Taco.
Yeah,
Taco Beach.
Shout out Taco. Now we know
and Jonathan Jay Hall,
but we know that they're gonna play Kansas City good. It's a divisional game. They know each other very well.
Yes.
Even when the Chiefs is bad and the Raiders bad, they still play good.
Yes.
Even when the Raiders bad, it doesn't really matter. They always play each other tough.
They try.
So, do I expect a blowout? No. Do I expect the Raiders to just lay down? No. But they're gonna lose ultimately. Okay.
I agree.
And in this game in particular, I think it'll be a little more competitive than people might see. But all in all, I'm still going with the Chiefs in this one. And I'm going to go Chiefs. I'm going to go Chiefs 28-20.
5-point win.
28-20.
Oh, 8-point win. 28-20, 8-point win. So 48 points on the board. Okay. Well, I'm going to say that I root for Pete Carroll and the Raider Nation because we got some type of love for him, family, and different things. And plus, they close proximity. We're in LA, so whatever. But I think that it's really obvious Kansas City is the better team. They're perennial better. They have the talent. They got the pedigree, coaching, quarterback, etc., etc. And they got their receiver coming back after suspension or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So the Magic Man having Rice and Worthy, and he got Kelsey, and he can run the ball, and the defense playing good. If they don't turn the ball over, you just can't beat them. It's plain and simple to me. If they don't turn the ball over, they're going to win the game. And if they do turn the ball over, you got to turn the ball like maybe 3 times. You got to get 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, a field goal, some shit like that. I don't see that happening. So I do think that Gentry might give us a few little proud moments and glaring, exciting moments when he run the ball. I like to see him run. He's pretty exciting. He really is. And I think Crosby might, put a little pressure on Mahomes, but Mahomes can handle him. He's played him before. And because of the Geno Smith factor, ultimately, that's going to be a problem. It is. I'm sorry. It's going to be a problem. So I'm going to have to say, I'm going to go for a 10-point win. Much as I want to take a more closer game and more competitive, I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs to win 30-20. They won by 10 points.
Okay.
20. All right, baby.
So next on our docket, y'all, for the afternoon slots, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Ooh wee!
Now this right here is a very interesting game. We got two teams that are playing very similar football right now.
Great football, baby.
Both got decent running games. Both teams are playing some good defense right now.
I agree.
And more surprisingly, we got Daniel Jones playing like a real quarterback for the Colts.
The fountain of youth.
We all know about the boy wonder. We know about Joseph Herbert.
Boy wonder.
And we know about how good he is. We know about that team. They've been a little inconsistent this year.
They have been.
Okay, but they got everything it takes to be a top team in the league.
Due to injuries,
but they have everything it takes to be right up there with the top guys. And this is one of them games that, to me, you have to win this game. This is week 7 now.
Both teams need a game.
Both teams need this game. The Chargers are at home. They just lost they just beat the Dolphins.
And Kansas City's on the way.
Kansas City on the way. The Chargers just beat the Dolphins last week. And I'm not mistaken, the Colts beat the Cardinals, right?
They did.
Yeah.
At home, yes.
The Cardinals last week.
And they played them competitive, too.
They did play a good game.
Yeah, but Colts beat them.
But a lot of good defense I expect in this game.
Yes.
I expect some good offense as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a balanced game.
I agree.
I don't see that much of a blowout.
No, either way.
I don't see a blowout at all.
Either way.
But I do see it being a close, competitive game, right?
I agree with that.
And something's telling me, man, to go with these damn Colts, man. So shout out my little brother, man. Shout out to
What's up? What's up, Brown? Got love for you, baby.
Shout out to Colts.
How about them Colts, baby?
Yeah, shout out to Colts Nation and all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with the Colts in this one, in a close one.
Yes.
But I like the Colts 23-20.
That's close.
Yeah, I think it'll be very close.
And only 43 points?
I see 23-20.
That's a low scoring affair. Okay. Well, because I do my little homework and I run my numbers, whatever. Okay. I kind of agree with everything he says. It's going to be a competitive game. And it's going to be a good game. I wish I could go to the game because it's going to be entertaining. I'm just telling you right. It's going to be a really good game. Must-see TV. I'm going to say, because the Chargers at home, and that is the only reason I'm taking the Chargers. Any other reason, I'll be taking the Colts. I'm going to give the Chargers the home field advantage. They need the game probably more, and I think that, I think the Colts can stand a loss here and still be okay. But the Chargers, Kansas City on the way. They're watching you. They're right on your ass. Yeah. And they're saying. So I'm going to take a higher scoring affair. And it's going to be very close. And Chargers is going to have to hold off the Colts in the fourth quarter. They got to hold it back. Stay back. They're holding back. And I'm going to take the Chargers with the boy wonder. I'm going to say 27-24 Chargers. So I'm saying 51 points on the board. I think it's going to be a little bit high scoring affair. The defense is going to try to be tough in the first and second quarter, and then once they see what they're doing to each other, they're going to figure it out. They're going to move the ball up and down the field, and it's going to be entertaining. I'm going to take the Chargers in a close one, probably late field goal, and beat the Colts 27-24.
I can see it going either way. So I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next on the docket, we got the New York Giants at the Denver Broncos.
The Denver Bronco Nation, baby. Shout out.
So, Pop,
the Bronco Nation, baby.
What you think, man?
What's up, bruh? Maintain, Aunt Linda.
What up?
I know y'all like Denver Broncos. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no real Denver Bronco fan. Yes, I am. But I'm a realistic Denver Bronco fan. So you can't say I'm not real. I am a real Denver Bronco fan. I've been over 30-something years. But I'm just real. I'm just more honest than you guys. I'm just real with it. Anyway, this goes out to Maintain, my little brother. Maintain, you saw what happened last week, 13-11. I know you didn't like that shit. That shit was very embarrassing. Let's call the thing a thing. You come off a great win against Philadelphia. Right, baby.
So, next on the docket, we got the New York Giants at the Denver Broncos.
All right.
So go right ahead.
Bronco Nation. Much love to my little brother Maintain. Aunt Linda on the East Coast. My little brother said, "You ain't a real Bronco fan." That's a lie. I've been a Bronco fan for over 30-something years. I'm just a realistic Bronco fan. I don't put rose-colored glasses on and don't see the reality. I look at X's and O's. But that being said, this Giants team is very exciting. And I got to say that as an NFL fan, they really is. With this Jackson Dart guy, this guy, whatever it is, whatever you call it, he got it. He got that. He got the it factor. Now, we got Bo Nix, and Bo Nix is doing his thing. It seemed like he up and down. I don't know what that was last week, 13-11. That 13-11, I don't know what the fuck that was.
It was weird.
But I hope it don't happen this week. I'm just saying, I hope it don't happen this week. I'm sure the Giants looked at the film like, wait a minute, they just only scored 13 points and gave me 11? Ooh, we just beat the defending champion Philadelphia last week at our house? The Giants coming in with a lot of confidence. I'm very concerned. I'm concerned. But with that being said, we got a good defense. We did hold them to 11 points. Our defense is good. As long as Bo Nix don't turn the ball over, we should be okay. We do got Sean Payton. He's a very good coach. He's a great coach. You know, I think he's a future Hall of Famer, whatever. But this guy, Jackson Dart, he's a wow factor. He's a firecracker. This guy's different, man. He really is. He can throw the ball, run the ball, you hit him, he don't get mad, you come back and do the next play. He's pretty interesting. So with that being said, and he got some pieces around him too. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos to survive them. I'm going to say we're going to survive the Giants. We're not going to dominate the Giants. We're not going to blow them. We're going to survive the Giants. So surviving the Giants, I'm going to say Denver win this game in a low-scoring affair because it's going to have to be a low-scoring affair. We can't get in a shootout with this young cat. We can't do that. We got to put hands on him. We got to put pressure on his ass. So I'm going to think the Denver Broncos can win this game. I'm going to say the Denver Broncos win this game 24-19. 24-19. That's my pick.
Okay. That's interesting. I kind of see something similar as far as the score. But like Pop said, the Giants are a very exciting team to watch if you're just an NFL fan.
Yes.
Now, I could care less, but you guys know why. But
NFC East.
But even with my bias, with loving my Cowboys, I will be honest. Jackson Dart looked good, man. The boy got balls.
Yes.
Whatever it is, he has it. And
yes, sir.
I think if they do the right thing, like most of these damn teams, and put the right pieces around him,
please,
Jackson Dart,
do the right thing.
I feel so bad for my boy Malik Neighbors with that injury.
They need him.
You know what I'm saying?
Bad.
Because
he's a great receiver.
He's
great
the next
talent,
one.
man.
He's the next one.
He's a great talent.
But,
he really is.
But
man. For real,
I know he got to wait till next year with that.
Yeah.
But that damn scatterboo.
Scatterboo.
And the way that defense is playing.
Scatterboo, the defense.
And then the other offensive players, the receivers, the tight ends are having this next man up mentality. It's very impressive what I see going on with the Giants right now. The culture
enthusiasm
is what I'm saying that's the most impressive. The culture is changing.
Enthusiasm.
And that's good for the Giants, the Giants fans.
A spark
but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that ain't going to help you on Sunday. The Broncos are going to win this game. It will be a close game. I'm with Pops. I got a slightly different score, but, not too big of a difference. But I like the Broncos in this one. I like them 23-19 in this one.
Pretty much close to what I'm saying. It's going to be a close game.
Very close.
And it's going to be competitive because the Giants' defense will keep them in it too.
Very close.
But at the end of the day, our defense is a little better, and we'll make a few mistakes, and we don't turn the ball over, and that's why we'll win the game.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So next on the docket, we got the Green Bay Packers at the Arizona Cardinals.
Shout out, Mr. Stubbs.
Big Ed,
Big
Ed, what's up?
Them Arizona Cardinals, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about this one?
Well, if is Kyler Murray starting? We don't know. We didn't find out if he's gonna start. If he's gonna,
you know what? Go right in. I'll find out for you.
I mean, it's hard to pick it if we don't know if Kyler Murray is starting. We already know Connor's out for the season, but they showed themselves very well against the Colts last week, and I thought the Colts was gonna just run them off the field.
All right, Pops. Here's the diagnosis. 13 hours ago, Cardinals playing the start quarterback Jacoby Brissett versus the Packers. Kyler Murray's foot injured. Still day to day.
Okay. That's very unfortunate.
So he not playing.
Although Jacoby looked really good against the Colts
He
on
did.
the road.
He did.
On the road. And he gave the Colts all they wanted. All they wanted. I looked at the game. I said, oh shit, what's going on up in there? He trying to cause some problems up in the Indianapolis at the coast. He's causing problems up there. So anyway, we still not convinced with Green Bay's defense. Just because they beat Cincinnati last week, I'm not convinced with the defense. I think the defense still soft. I think their defense is soft. But we know Love do his thing, got running game with Jacoby and everything and all this. But that defense still soft. So I think Arizona can move the ball against that defense. In Arizona, I believe it. I believe they can win the ball. So with that being said, can they upset Green Bay? Can they win the game outright? I don't think they can. I think they got shots at it, but I don't think they can. At the end of the day, they just don't have enough horses, like Gutta said. They don't have enough bullets to compete with Green Bay for 4 quarters. I think they'll compete with them for maybe 2.5 quarters. But at the end of the day, you got to go with Green Bay, take over the running game. They're more physical, and Jordan Love going to make some plays regardless. So I'm going to take Green Bay to win this game by 7. I'm going to take Green Bay to win 27-20.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, shocker, we agree again. Cardinals, like I always say, man, have you want to slice it. You know, they ain't got enough food in the refrigerator. They ain't got enough bullets in the gun. They ain't got enough dogs in the fight.
They don't.
Either way, we know what's going to happen, man.
Yes.
No defense. Kyler Murray not starting. We do respect Jacoby Brissett. You know, ain't no disrespect towards him.
The man played well last week.
I think he will.
Yeah.
I think he will keep them in the game. They're at home. They gonna play a decent game.
Oh, no,
they won't get embarrassed.
No question about it.
But the Packers are the better team on all 3 phases of the game, and I like them too to win. Pretty much like Pop said by 7. So, let's go. Packers 28-21.
That seems like a competitive game as far as what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
But the Pack will pull it out. So
yeah,
we both got Green Bay.
I agree with that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Next on the docket in our last afternoon slot game of Week 7, we got the Washington Commanders at the Dallas Cowboys, baby.
How about them boys?
So you know, y'all already know where I'm gonna go with this, or maybe you don't.
How about them boys?
But what I will say is this. The Cowboys, we already know we play an incredible offense right now. Dak playing is all-pro MVP level of football right now. And if you're a fan of the Cowboys,
it's very surprising.
You got to be happy in your quarterback.
Very well,
you got to be happy with your offense.
They are.
And at the exact same time, we got to be disappointed with this defense.
Ooh.
They can't stop a nosebleed. Okay? They can't tear a piece of paper.
That's horrible.
So
it's horrible.
It's
bad.
It's really bad because it's
really
like
bad,
it's a really flip for the quarter.
It's really bad.
With a defense that bad, with an offense that good, we have a 50-50 chance every game, and that's just not good.
Yes.
Because you just never know what's going to happen.
Yes.
You never know if we're going to stop the run this week and then
flip it.
Post somebody to 28 points,
under.
which is great for us.
Over, under.
Or
flip it.
They
flip
score
it.
a bunch of points on us and throw a
Yeah.
bunch of yards on us. You just don't know what's going to happen.
You don't.
Now, originally, guys, before we got all our information together, I was seeing this as a game that Washington can come in there and beat us.
Mm-hmm.
They're the better overall team.
Yes.
And I thought that they would go in there and not handle us, but just win the game.
Yes.
Then we got the news that both Deebo Samuel and what's the boy first name? But McLaurin.
McLaurin, yeah.
Terry McLaurin and
Scary
Deebo
Terry.
are both not starting tomorrow. Okay? And they have other injuries on the defense. And with that being said, I think that without Deebo and without Terry McLaurin, I think that the Cowboys is going to squeak this game out at the end. It's going to be a blowout, y'all, because we can't stop nobody. So it's going to be a lot of points scored, okay? And I ultimately going to go by my Cowboys in a nail biter, 34-31.
You meant to say shootout. You said blowout, but that's fine.
Blowout, shootout.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
but
a shootout.
Shootout.
Y'all, firecrackers, touchdown. It's going to be a lot of points scored.
Yes.
I like my Cowboys to pull it out closely, 34-31.
And I can see that happening, too, by the way, because of those two main offensive weapons, Scary Terry and Deebo.
It's a big difference.
I can see what you're saying. And there's a few other injuries, too. I think the defense is going to be at the offense's mercy. They're going to be able to score some points. They really are, and it's probably a fun game for fans. You see a lot of scoring. It really is. So, but I think that the Dallas can very well win this game. I agree with him. I accept that. I agree with that. But I think the only reason I'm going to take Washington, the only reason at all, is because even with Washington injuries, I think Washington probably will be able to run the ball with J.D. Daniels, the quarterback. His ability to run and do improvisation, and he can make up as he go. He can run the ball and pick up plays and get receivers in positions and everything because of his ability to run out the pocket. And then I think, what is the guy that's taking up running for him now? He got a funny name. That he was running on Monday night against the Bears. What his guy's name is?
Sure.
This guy is he's the 3rd round pick, whatever he is. That guy is running the ball like he's on a mission. So if Dallas can't stop the run, Dak can control Dallas possessions. So they come down to possessions to me. It's all about possessions. So if Washington steal a couple more possessions from Dallas, that would make them be able to win the game with a field goal or etc. So I'm going to take Washington. Because of that, both defenses are weak, even without Debo and Terry. I'm going to take Washington to win the game. Basically, what he said in a close one, too, just the opposite. I'm going to take, I'll take Washington to win 31-28. So, the flip side of that, 31-28.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got to respect it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next on our docket. We got the Sunday night game. It's a spicy one, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Atlanta Falcons on the road at the San Francisco 49ers.
Could be spicier.
Great day.
It could be spicier if the 49ers were healthier.
Yeah.
So they got some injuries. Do we know if Mac Jones is starting or not?
Mac Jones is starting.
Okay. McCaffrey's healthy, correct?
He's playing. He's healthy. Kittle's back.
What?
George Kittle's back.
Is he healthy 100%?
He's playing.
If Kelce
and I also forgot to mention that CeeDee Lamb is playing tomorrow too, the Cowboys. So forgot to mention that too.
CeeDee Lamb is going to be
CeeDee's back. CeeDee's back with the Cowboys.
That getting
and Kettle is back for the 49ers.
Ooh. Okay, I'm still taking my pick, but that's dangerous right there. That's some dangerous shit right there.
Yeah, I don't use
because CD can he can't be covered against that secondary. Let's be honest.
Right.
They're not gonna make cover his ass. But I'm only thinking about still in possession with the running, and so he can keep his ass on the sideline. So, but with that being said, I'll still take my pick with Washington, but that's still gonna be interesting. But anyway, the 49ers. Okay, Kettles is back. Jesus Christ, this Atlanta team is ready for prime time. They ready, but is they ready? Is they ready? Because Michael Penix Jr. This is basically his. You would say this is his rookie.
This
season.
is rookie year. I mean,
because
he only played 4 games last year.
So this is rookie season. So he's kind of learning as going. He's on the road again against a perennial team, even with injuries and a well-coached team. The 49ers is going to be physical. They're going to get physical with his ass. They're going to run the ball with McCaffrey and with the other running back. They're going to throw screen passes and they're going to play field position. They're going to get physical with him. I'm just saying. So with that being said, now Atlanta should be able to run the ball with Robinson, this boy out of Texas, because of the 49ers' defensive injuries, so they can run the ball. If Penix don't turn the ball over on the road, they got a very good chance of winning this game, and they probably should win the game because of the 49ers' injuries. But I'm going to say the coaching ability of Kyle Shanahan, he's going to devise a way to squeak out a win against this upstart Atlanta team with all the weapons that they got. I think he's going to find a way to get this done. So with that being said, I think the 49ers will win a game, a physical game, because they're going to have to be physical. They can't get in the shootout. And I'm going to take the 49ers to win this game, surprisingly, 27-23. 27-23 49ers.
Well, big dog, I got to disagree again, man. See, this is where I'm at with this. Everything you said, I agree with you. But the problem is, it's the particular injuries that the 49ers have suffered. Losing Fred Warner
That's bad.
After already losing Bosa.
That's bad.
That's like, it's detrimental.
It is.
And they lost one of their starting corners. So
Well, I ain't know about the corner.
I'm looking
But
at
that's still bad,
I'm
though.
looking at a defense that have lost the two main guys for sure.
Brutal.com.
And one of your top 5 guys, you're one of your best defenders down the field, and you talking about Drake London. You talking about Bijan Robinson running the ball and out the backfield. And we talking about Kyle Pitts. And we talking about
I
Penix
agree with
Jr.
all that.
So I kind of feel like the Falcons got enough weapons and strong enough weapons where they should be the better team just offensively because of what I'm seeing. Because, yes, they got George Kittle coming back. Yeah, you got McCaffrey, but then who else you really got? Ayuk's not playing right now. Pearland is hurt. Jennings is hurt. You know, so a lot of next man up mentality going on, which I respect the 49ers because they always keep going. They always keep playing you hard, no matter who on the field. Ultimately, I think in this game, the Falcons are going to just have just enough offensive firepower to outlast the 49ers in this game. And I like the Falcons in this game. I'm going to take 49ers. I'm sorry, the Falcons.
Take the Atlanta Falcons.
Take the Atlanta Falcons,
Right.
27-21. Close game.
I agree with everything you said.
Very close game.
About all their weapons and also about the 49ers being hurt because that cornerback, I know he's out.
Defensive guys, man. Top
guys.
guys.
And I agree
man.
with that. And I think that the Atlantic very well could win the game. I'm concerned about Michael Penix Jr. not turning the ball over. That is my concern. I'm really concerned about, even though 49ers got injuries, him turning the ball over. I'm just seeing it. I can visualize it.
The reason why I'm not that concerned about it, Pops, is because I see him turn the ball over against Buffalo, which I thought was going to be the end of that game. And that defense did something I didn't see them do all year. They stopped a good offense when it counted on third down, and that was very impressive.
I can't debate that.
So that's the only reason why. No. Man, that home does change everything. I'm just basing off of who I think is a better team, offensive, defensively, the 49ers or the
on
Bills.
Paper, Atlanta
the Bills. No, I'm saying the Bills versus 49ers.
Oh, you mean that game?
So that's how I'm comparing it.
But they also
right?
Bills have some injuries in the secondary.
The Bills got a lot of injuries too.
But I'm just saying.
You're right.
But this week,
right.
on paper, Atlanta's more healthier than the 49ers already.
Yeah.
So they very well can win the game. I'm just saying, I'm thinking Kyle Shanahan might develop a game plan to slow them down and be physical so they have a chance to win the game. That's why I took them.
I think that he will slow them down and will be physical and still lose the game.
Well, that could happen too.
I think it's going to be a really good, tough ball game.
Too.
And I think at the end, they have a little more firepower to pull away at the end. That's what I think. You know, but,
they got the firepower.
But, you know.
No doubt about that. They got the firepower.
But we're going to see, y'all.
But you said Kettle's back, right?
Kettle is back. Supposed to be healthy, so.
If they can't cover Kettle's is like kind of like Kelsey with the Fortnite. With Kansas City.
Yeah.
You can't cover him with like one guy. You got to double team his ass because he's very special.
Right.
So if he's gonna get open and he's gonna pick up 15, 20 yards for Mac Jones, that could be the difference in the game. I'm just saying.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and to finish it off, y'all, we got a double-header banger on Monday night, man.
Thank you, NFL.
Thank you, NFL. You know what I'm saying? For back-to-back weeks
of
2 games on Monday night. As you NFL fans,
I'm honest with you, I needed it.
Yeah, you gotta love it. I needed it. And also, I want to
thank you.
Yes, and also I want to give respect to ESPN because y'all did some pretty damn good scheduling with Monday night, man. Y'all had some really good games. Almost every other week, it's been some decent games on Monday Night Football. That's very impressive.
That's true.
And this week, y'all keeping the trend going.
Yes.
We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Detroit Lions, man.
Ooh,
yeah. So,
yeah.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
This is one of them games that if you love the league, this is what we watch it for.
Yes.
Okay? 2 really good quarterbacks.
That's true.
2 great offenses.
Yes.
I'm not going to say great defense, but some decent defenses. Playing some good ball.
True.
And 2 teams in the same conference. They need this game. This game could be a deciding factor in the playoffs later on.
In the season, yes.
Okay? In seeding. So this game can be very important down the line.
Yes.
But even if it doesn't, the game itself, it means something. You have, let me get this right, everybody. You got a 5-1 Buccaneer team and a 4-2 Detroit team.
Yes.
This is a playoff game, y'all, week 7. Okay?
You know, basically, that's
you know what I'm talking about? So,
that's true. I agree.
This is what you want to see as a fan of the league. Baker Mayfield, man, is having an incredible season, man. You know, Dak Prescott is playing some of the best ball he played his whole career.
He is.
And Baker Mayfield is still playing better than that.
You know
And I gotta give the man respect where it's due, man.
I can't really disagree.
He's out there.
I didn't think about it that way, but that's true.
He's out there being the true definition of a gunslinger, man. He look like Brett Favre out there, man.
He do.
He tough. He not scared. He ain't scared to get hit.
He's not.
He can still run. He's still mobile, but his game is in the pocket. He don't got to run around and do all that. He can, but his game is in the pocket. He's just like Mahomes in that way. Well, you know he's a pocket passer, but you can't forget about them legs. Can't forget he fast. Can't forget he gonna keep coming.
He is special at this time of the season in 2025, and he's showing us a lot.
He is. On the other side, Detroit. I mean, you got Jared Goff leading the whole NFL in touchdown passes. You got Jahmyr Gibbs, and I forget the other brother name right now, that two-headed monster running game. Okay? You got Amon St. Brown and Jamison Williamson playing like the best duo receivers in the league right now.
They are.
Sam Laporta, top 5 tight end.
Yes.
I mean, they're doing everything on offense you can to be the best. And I've been very impressed with these Lions, man. They proved to us over the last 3 years consecutively, this is who they are. These are the new Lions. They're your daddy's Lions. They're your son's Lions. And these Lions is playing different.
These are the Sun Lions.
And they hard, and they don't give up. And unless you like, put your foot on their neck and you stop their
you
neck,
have to beat them.
You got to beat them for real.
For 4 quarters.
Because they're going to keep coming.
Yes.
So we're almost like seeing two teams that are very similar.
I agree.
Going against each other, prime time, on Monday night. The deciding factor in this one for me, guys, is going to be the Buccaneers got a lot of injuries, man. And to play how they playing right now, and to win how they winning right now with the injuries, it's very impressive. But it will catch up with them, okay? It's definitely going to catch up with them. And this might be one of them games where it catch up with them. I feel like Detroit going to play a solid game, and so is the Buccaneers. It will be a very close game. It's going to be a lot of points in this game, okay? But ultimately, I'm going to go with the Lions and squeak this one out, y'all. I like the Lions 28-24.
I was going to pick 28-24 too. But yeah, I kind of agree with everything he said. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, it's the truth. And everything is the same. And, Baker Mayfield's been playing great.
Amazing.
The Detroit offense is like a machine. And their defense is playing better. I think Kansas City was very lucky to beat them last week, let's be honest. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won some games they probably shouldn't have won.
For real.
But Baker Mayfield just showed he's the real deal. At this time of his career, he's really playing well. He's playing with confidence. And when he makes a mistake, it doesn't faze him. He get right back to out there and do his thing.
Yep.
But like you said, because of injuries, if the Tampa Bay were really healthy and full cylinders, this would be a toss-up either way.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
But because of
I think it still is, honestly.
Well, I'll say no. Because the injuries to Tampa Bay is just enough for... Detroit don't need no help. They don't need no help. And they're at home. So any little slight edge you give them, they're going to take advantage of it. So to me, they'll have a few more possessions to move the ball to score more points. And I can see 28-24, but I'm going to call it...
You going to flip it?
I'm going to say... No. I'm going to say 31... I'm going to say 31-24 Detroit.
Okay.
31 for Detroit and 24 for Tampa Bay.
Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Well, the last game on the docket, baby. Monday night, our doubleheader. We got the Houston Texans at the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, Seattle! Shout out to Danny, cuz.
Shout out my cousin Danny, man. I'm not gonna say it's interesting because I feel like Seattle's the better team in this game. But it's just like it's so many things that's weird going on with Houston right now. It's kind of hard for me to pinpoint what's going on. I think C.J. Stroud, I think he's the same guy he's been. I just feel like there's a lot of injuries on that offensive line. The receiving core is not what it was. The running game, ever since they lost Joe Mixon, the running game ain't the same.
I agree.
It's just a lot of holes on that offense. It's making C.J. look a lot worse than what he actually is. He's not that bad of a quarterback, but with
Okay.
trying to be Superman all the
All right.
time, with not enough, weapons, you gonna look how you look.
Right.
Defense is not the same defense we've seen the last 2 years, neither.
Yes.
And all those factors are coming into why you see, how bad they've been playing and why they're 2-3 right now. Now,
Yeah.
with all that being said, Seattle has impressed me a lot this year, playing some really good defense.
Yes,
and
Lord
most
Jesus.
importantly, Sam Darnold, he's shown us that last year wasn't a fluke.
Yes,
So I gotta
he's very effective.
give a man
He's
some
playing
respect
very
where
effective.
it's due. He's accurate.
Yes.
He's playing good. He's a team guy.
He
Everybody
is.
likes him on a team. It's like
He is.
nobody don't like Sam. Everybody likes Sam.
They like him in the locker room.
He must be
Yeah.
a decent guy outside the field and on the field.
Yeah, he seems to be a decent person. Yeah.
That coach is improving every year. He's been improving. That coach that came from Baltimore, and they got a lot of young pieces, man. A lot of young solid pieces.
He does.
So
I
with
agree
all of
with
that being said, man, Seattle's at home. I feel like they're gonna play the better defensive game.
Yes.
I think Houston they're gonna give them a little run for their money.
Houston going to play defense.
But ultimately, I think they're gonna win the game. And I like Seattle in this one. I like them 23-14 in this one.
Say that again. 23-14?
I like Seattle 23-14.
That's a 9-point win. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But I can see why you would say that because Seattle seems to be playing really good defense at home. Although they dropped the game against Tampa Bay a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
In a shootout.
Very, very close
They
game.
dropped that game.
Man.
But for other than that, they have been playing defense pretty well at home and on the road too.
Yeah.
Because they beat Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago.
They're 4-2.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that Seattle will win the game. Mainly, it's going to come down to quarterback play. I think Sam Darnold will play better than C.J. Stroud. Like you said, there's some issues with C.J. Stroud. The running game, he's not in accord with his receivers. We're not sure what that's about, the timing, whatever it is. And the offensive line is giving some problems too. They're not blocking well for C.J. Stroud.
That's true.
Right. So he's looking behind his shoulder. I think Houston, Texas are a very well coached team. We like the head coach. He seems to be a really good coach. I mean, he's still progressing, but he seems to be a good coach. And this coach with Seattle, I told you I wasn't a big fan of him. I told you that, but obviously he's proving me wrong right now. He is. He's doing much better. Because of their running game and the way they play defense at home, and they don't turn the ball over, you got to go with Seattle. So I'm gonna take Seattle to win this one. I'm going to say Seattle 26, and I'm going to say Houston 19, 26-19. That's my pick for that.
Okay.
That game.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad, bro. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.